Well, I don't have much choice, do I? Definitely not.
Well met.
Although I do have choice, I could just go to a tavern right now and drink till I drop dead, but where would that take us all? I mean, that would be a waste. Sure, I would have had fun in the meantime, but still. Bashiri, what are you doing here? Hey.
Huh?
How did you end up in the Rancel's Oranthiel's order? My god. The names of your masters are incredibly difficult.
Now look at that. Someone who's actually interested in us as people, rather than in our knowledge about the Pyreans.
Of course.
But it's your lucky day. I really wouldn't mind a good talk right now. Hold on a second. Arizalian Brandy. Vintage 8214.
Ooh.
What do you say? A glass and a good talk?
Sounds good.
There are a couple of things I wanted to ask you anyway.
Sounds good to me.
Alright then. When I hear you say that, I don't regret for a second that I never came back to Ostian.
Yeah, stuff is pretty bad over there.
Even though I've thought about it from time to time.
You did? Oh, wait, you're from Ostian? You look more like a Scarag to me.
Wow. Finally, someone who says it up front. Yeah, I've got some Scarag blood in me, though comparably little in regards to how much it shows. My grandfather, he used to serve in the South Realms Marines. And one day they captured a ship of Scarag raiders, some of them women. Stories say he fell in love with one of them, and yeah,
Stuff happened.
you can connect the dots. But to answer your original question, yes, I'm from Ostian.
Okay.
Though we fled the city around 10 years ago. The right choice, as I probably don't need to tell you.
Yeah.
The temple was always a bunch of fanatical fuckheads, but that bastard High Priest Janus gave the word butcher an entirely new meaning.
One more thing about your ancestry. Do you know anything more about that woman your grandfather fell in love with? Because that's not an everyday story.
I know, and nah, I hardly know anything about her. Only that they were raiders and that she fled about 2 years after giving birth to me. Poor Grandpa. You should have seen how people reacted to the way I looked. Even as a kid, they always looked at me and my almond-shaped eyes as if they were expecting me to pull out a skull fetish any second and start putting curses on anyone in the vicinity.
So definitely keep you away from the skulls. Well, the creator's religion was always brutal in its core. Janus only did what the high priest before him had to do, that too many qualms about. Honestly, I'm not too surprised about what Janus did. Give someone too much power, and they show their real face. That's also what Jespar said.
Maybe. Warriors of the Creator. War against the infidels. The Creator's children don't even sugarcoat how radical their faith is anymore.
No, not at all.
Still, so many people join their ranks. It's fucking insane. But then again, I guess that's religion for you.
If people want to believe in something, they
Don't think for
do.
yourself anymore. Let someone else do it for you.
Yes.
At least it was for my brother.
You have a brother?
I had. He was about 15 years older than me, and was always a troubled child. Rakul. That was his name. You know, my family was very wealthy before we fled.
Okay.
Drapers for generations.
Nice.
The best in Ostian.
Very
I
nice.
suppose that's why my father expected so much from Rakul, since I, as a woman, wouldn't have been allowed to take over the business when my father would have retired.
Also doesn't make much sense, but...
Rakul, he just wasn't made out for it, you know? He was shy and introverted, and never had a hand for money. I can't remember how often father told him that he was a disgrace to the family.
That's a very nice pick-me-up for him. And then he found his faith and joined the Creator's children, didn't he?
You can call it that, yes. Looking back, I think the temple only gave him what father wouldn't. A perspective. The feeling of being needed.
Yeah, that's what draws people into faith.
He spent almost all of his time in the temple after his conversion, and knew the entire Rania, their holy scripture, by heart. Well, in one day, he announced that simply attending the masses wasn't enough anymore. He would join the temple's warriors.
Sounds like your father miserably failed as a parent. Neglected the young man without perspective in their lives, the number one choice of any hate monger.
Damn right. That's what these bastards do. They exploit the vulnerability of people like him and indoctrinate them with their fucking bullshit. And once that's done, they send them to fight for their holy causes. In other words, their own interests, like pawns on a chessboard. And if they die, then they call it a fucking honor.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm sorry, my dame. Your youngest son just died. But don't worry, he's in a better place now, eating grapes and drinking honey. What solace, isn't it? Now,
Yeah.
do you have any other neglected children for us? We're running short on material. Damn it, I hate those bastards. I just hate them so much.
I can totally understand you. And I suppose that's what happened to your brother too. He died fighting for the Creator in all its glory.
He was slaughtered, hacked into pieces by Chancellor Baratheon's cavalry.
I'm
That
sorry.
was before the peace treaty. I'd be surprised if they taught him what end of a lance to stab with before they sent him into the field. But, well, I guess that answers the question you asked me up in the temple, doesn't it? I was sick of seeing people using religion for their own ends. Creator, Lightborn, the Great Spirit. Same shit, different name. And you know what? No matter how much chaos the death of the gods caused, I don't regret being a part of it, not in the least. It was the right thing to do. Anyway, I'd say we call it quits for now, okay? It was good talking to you, but I'm dying for a nap. Take care.
You too. Well.
Where did I put that?
Oh, well. Not everything can always go according to plan. And people with the whole faith in the gods and stuff like that. Oh. It's just asking for trouble. That's why I don't believe. So why I don't have a faith.
Yes?
And in this case, I'm wondering where the exit is. Right here. Thank you.
Him,
But hey,
Desert King.
what can you do? There will always be a
Dark as the sun,
next
light
preacher
as the night.
getting other people in.
Thousand raindrops, red and small. Low, from the
Yes?
velvet sky
Huh.
they
Quite the weapon you got there. I really hope you use it for the right cause.
waka. She smiles into the desert moon and puke. Oh whoa, oh whoa. My heart is aflame.
Are you?
And it is over.
Is this supposed to be poetry?
Hymn of the Desert King. Dark as the sun, light as the night. Thousand raindrops, red and small. Lo, from the velvet sky they fall.
How can you like this?
Waka waka.
Waka waka.
She smiles into the desert moon and puke. Oh whoa, oh whoa. My heart is aflame.
Oh God.
And it is over.
This is art.
What?
Question. What in the blazes are you doing? Waka waka, puke. What?
If you have to ask that, you'd better be on your way, my friend. Huh?
Know what? Dark veils between fire and ice. Raw, raw. The loneliness of the elder man. Yeah, boom, pow. It's that easy.
What the? I beg your pardon?
That's what you sound like, friend. In the fangs of violence my heart laughs. So hot, yet so cold. Oh no, such woe. Kratash. Oh,
But by the righteous path, this is incredible.
have you lost your
I've
mind?
never heard anything like this before. Tell me, my friend, where did you learn this? Who taught you poetry?
I'm making stuff up on the spot. I'm an autodidact.
Blazes, you're self-taught.
No.
Malthus truly did bless you with talent. Tell
You
me,
not with cleverness.
May I interpret your poem? It's just I have to.
Be my guest.
Well then, I hope this is not too much of a leap, but does your first line, the one with the dancing elder between fire and ice, deal with the socio-sexual isolation of old people in feudal societies? I may be wrong, but that was the first thought that came to my head.
Yeah, it sounds perfectly what I meant. My mouth wasn't here. I was thinking that metaphor was too risky.
No, not at all. I was particularly moved by how you used onomatopoeia in line 4 and 6. Do these brutal noises at the end of each verse symbolize the hedonistic, violent way of life among the common people who have absolutely no regard for the lonely man?
Exactly. Wow. You want to hear a second poem? God.
Phew. Well, that's a tough one. To me, it sounds like the inner voice of a murderer.
Yes.
Here, he celebrates his bloodthirsty way of life. In the fangs of violence, my heart laughs. And then, suddenly, justice ends him, which is once again conveyed through those guttural noises. And I have to say, how you use the uneven number of verses as a metaphor for the discord that results from such a lifestyle is nothing short of brilliant. If that's what you meant by it, of course. You did, didn't you?
Most likely. I thought no one would ever understand. You are absolutely a genius when it comes to poetry.
Well, you know what? They wouldn't. The common people, they don't even understand when I tell them I'm a poet. Poet, they ask? What kind of profession is that? So now I simply tell them I'm an innkeep. That is something they are able to grasp with their limited intellect. Easy answers. That's what people long for.
And not guttural noises in something that's supposed to be poetry.
I would rather die hungry than become one of those soulless pot-boiler artists who make a fortune off their stupid stories. Like Jonas Schmid does. Do you know him? Mundane rubbish. That's all he writes. But you'll find it on every bookshelf. It's a disgrace. Pure and simple.
I have the real need to pull out my sword and hit the person in front of us with the pommel of it. But Schmid's stories, I don't know him. Why are they so bad?
What? What kind of question is that? How can something that so many people like not be rubbish?
Wait, so anything that's successful has to be tried? And that's why you make terrible poetry, so people will like it because they hate it. So it's good because they... You make no sense.
Of course. Not everyone has been blessed with an artist's intellect, you know.
Yes, absolutely
There are
you.
two kinds of writers. Small minds who give the common people fodder that helps them feel smart, and true artists who want more from life.
And who make strange
Those who
noises.
create, with no greed for gold and fame, bound solely by the calling of the muse.
Okay, that does sound good. Maybe you're right. Maybe. I'm not giving you credit here.
Of course I am. I wish it weren't true, but it is. If only there were more people like us.
Yeah, but not this guy.
Of the Desert King.
Oh, great. And here I thought making fun with an idiot would be fun. Well, it slightly was, but now I'm feeling even dumber than I already was. Oh god. Poetry is absolutely terrible. I need to visit a museum or theater. This was the museum, right? No. Wasn't there... There was a bathing house and stuff here, right? Watchtower. This is the Noble District. If I'm right, there was a bathing house. This looks bathing house-ish. Fit size puzzle box. Greetings. This place looks interesting.
Yes. Walk blessed.
Greetings, Svizai Galabagadananka. What's up with people's names these days? Can't it just be Fitzai Schmidt? Much easier! What have you got for sale?
I'm sure I have just what you need.
And most likely. Let's see, you have quite a few books. Ooh, if I ever want to learn stuff, I need to be with you. Definitely. I'll keep you in mind. Anyway.
May his light guide you.
Yes, may my officer's light guide you too, stuff like that, yada yada. Okay, not what I was looking for. This is the watchtower again, yes. There was a bathing house and a museum somewhere. And I am really curious as to those things. I mean, a bathing house, that sounds glorious. Anything here? This is most likely a house you can buy. Ooh. I'm making that swim, sort of, because I see a magic symbol. Great! Okay, well, now I really need a bath. Well, I don't... My mind is still a bit molten because of everything that happened with the thing, with the poetry and stuff like that. But I found a bathing house, so I can use a bath. A nice warm bath. Nothing is better to clear the mind. Which also reminds me, maybe I should use this time I have right now to meditate a little. Because if I assess the situation I'm in right now, I invested a lot of points into Iron Maiden last time. For a short period of time, you throw all take melee damage back to enemies. I thought this would stop damage also from hurting me. But I was wrong when it came to that. Let's see, are there any other things? Keeper. Conditioning. Heavy armor now slows you down less and weighs only half as much. That could be very important so I can carry more stuff. Shield and stroke, we already have that. Tower of Strength makes you nearly invulnerable for a short time. If I can do this, more damage resistance. It's the same amount of time, but it sounds still very useful. We also have Firm State. If you're solely wearing heavy armor, it becomes hard to make you stagger. And Splinter Limbs if you're solely wearing heavy... Yeah. I think it would be best to go with conditioning to make sure stuff doesn't weigh as much, and I would also like to increase one-handed damage by at least 8%. I mean, I need to hit harder. I might have Sirius by my side, but I also need to be able to dish out some damage myself. Great. Okay, so let's see, what are we going to do? We need to bring one of the artifacts from Old Lands to Tywin, but we still have those other artifacts that we need to find, Pyrean urns and stuff like that, pretty worthless stuff. I think it's best to just go here and find the Signet leader, Jorek, Bartar, and the two novices, and finish those trials, see what we can find out, and join the order. So in that case, we have to find the Myra Tower. But since we're still here, Uriah's house, I do want to explore this place a little bit more. We've got Dalgair's estate. That sounds nice. There was a museum somewhere, right? The Fat Leoran. That's the inn. Morel's Miraculous Mixtures. Nice name. Kids singing. Spark, Ruler, and Firebolt. Sounds magically. Ooh, yes, magically. 'Cause I'm.
Wow, that's nice armor you're wearing there.
Thank you, kid. Because I'm looking for some scrolls. Greetings.
Oh my, now who is this? To see you here fills me with bliss. 'Cause I can tell just from your eyes you search for magical disguise. Well, you can buy such from the stash of Emberlord and Fireflash.
I would like to buy stuff, but I have a very more important question. Why do you talk in rhyme?
Oh, this one is curious. I'm sad to have to tell you this, even though I'm not furious. My secrets stay in the abyss. Blazes.
Well, that one didn't really make a lot of sense. Did it?
You're right. I didn't see that question coming, that's all. But how
Nobody's
goes
asking
the
you.
saying, practice makes perfect.
That's true.
Next time I'll be prepared.
Next time? Sure. Wait, but still, I don't follow. Why the rhyming? Are you in a bet or something?
Ah, the business didn't go well in the past moons, that's all. Hardly any travelers or outlanders anymore. And the arcanists of the Order prefer to get their supplies elsewhere since Grand Master Arenthiel has returned. Well, since I have a son to feed, I had to think of something.
Okay.
That tip with the rhyming came from my brother-in-law, Doral. He's with the Sickle and came back from a journey to Calais just recently. He said that he visited a lecture from a Chilean merchant there.
Okay.
And he said that in order to be successful nowadays, one needs a, unique selling proposition. Yes, that's how he called it. Something to distinguish him or herself from the competition.
I get it. There is a certain fisherman in the marketplace who says, "Come and take a peek for fresh fish and something, something, something." I forgot what he said, but it also rhymed, and it caught my attention. And I take it's the poetry that is your unique selling proposition, so.
Correct. I know I'm not the best poet, but I'm sure you'll remember bartering at Emberlord and Fireflash better than with that goat-faced vagabond woman Stonehand down at the market.
Well, I remember Stonehand more because up until now I've constantly bought everything I wanted with her. So, business these days is not that great, I assume.
How kind of you to ask me this. The trade goes well, I can't complain. Were not my son Mirel amiss. The boy is wicked, it's a pain.
Aha.
From dusk till dawn, I kid you not, he plays and jests with that small brat. Instead of helping in the shop, they chase that girl's idiotic cat. That wicked child, Gaboff's her name, from Ostain her kin arrived. Her father drinks without restraint. The girl's wits, too, are much deprived.
Okay, well, still I am interested to see what you have for sale.
My wares it is you want to see. I promise you, they'll bring you glee.
I'll certainly remind you are the one who speaks in rhymes. And the thing I am looking for is a scroll. You scroll of expert. I'm looking for even better stuff. Like scroll of master and the best of the best. But unfortunately you don't sell that currently. That's a shame. Anything else of interest? Chain lightning, clairvoyance, death breath. Any summon stuff? Summon fire elemental, frost elemental, battle axe. Battle axe sounds nice, but nah. Soil elemental. Ooh. Oh god, soil. It's even better than the fire elemental. I gotta buy it. Gotta buy it. Anyway, thank you. Walk blessed. Until the day we meet again. I'm bad at rhyming, I'm sorry.
Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't you?
Yes.
I bet you've got a lot of stories
Yes,
to tell.
I have a lot of stories to tell, but you're not going to listen to them. Get the... Oh. Perfect. Escaped. Nice. Okay, so soil elemental. I am interested. Let me see. Of course, this is most likely going to be a bit of a annoying thing. It's an adept spell. Soil elemental. Let's see. Can I place it? That looks good. Oh, wow. Ooh, sparkly. You look a bit grumpy, but looks good too. I gotta do some testing with you. Just a tiny bit of testing. And the main thing about the testing is how well can I place you? I don't want to have another issue with mud elements that don't want to be summoned when I need them the most. Okay. So this is South Quarter, yes. Because I truly am getting the hang of the whole Myriad business. The more you do it, the better you get it. It's absolutely true. So we need to go to the border of the Heartland. Greetings.
Sir.
Greetings.
Walk blessed, friend.
I need a flight.
Sure.
I will need to go to the northern Heartland, or to the Heartland border.
Do.
Thank you. The Heartland's border. Now let's see if we are in the right position. Yes, we are. So signet leader, something should be in that direction. Thanks for the flight and stuff like that.
Dark. Oh my, how the time flies by.
And before we do anything else, let's quickly take care of some stuff. Okay, so everything with the soil elementals should work out now. So if things go wrong, I'll possibly be in trouble again. But a bit of danger is always good. Greetings, monsieur.
Yes.
Grandmaster Aranthiel sent me. I'm supposed to take the trial to become a keeper with you.
Oh, yes. You're the prodigy.
Yeah.
I was expecting something else. I hope
Something?
you're aware of what you're getting yourself into.
Not really.
Our novices trained for years for this trial. And as much as I respect the Grand Master, I think this is naive.
I'm also not fully sure.
In other words, it will be dangerous. Be aware of that.
I'm fully aware of that. But dangerous means at least it's not boring. But also, the way the Grandmaster put it, I don't seem to have much of a choice if we want to keep living.
How selfless of you. But as you wish.
Yeah.
Then it seems I'm granted the extraordinary honor of exalting the first pathless in the history of the Order to a keeper. The others will scream for joy.
Yes.
Give me the package the Grandmaster gave you, and say hello to your new comrades.
Sure.
I have to go prepare something.
Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. What a happy bunch. Greetings, Dunwar.
I don't want to hear it.
I beg your pardon?
You're prattling. I don't want to hear it. Just shove off.
I can shove off with a sword. But as you wish, princess.
Heretics. Get lost.
Well, perfect. Kalaya Sakaresh.
What? Oh, hello.
Greetings.
You're our unexpected addition, aren't you?
Yeah.
The Prodigy?
I didn't come up with that name, but call me Jeremiah. Sounds less awkward.
It does, actually. I'm Kalia Sakaresh, by my path novice and aspirant to the First Sigil. I have been told what you did in Old Rashengrad, that you saved the excavations and fought back the mercenaries all on your own.
I did what I could do.
An astonishing feat, truly. You have my respect for that.
Thank you. But it probably wasn't as glorious as you picture it. Those bosses deserved it. But save the excavation, yes, but people from your order, they were already dead. I mean, if I could have saved them, I would have.
I know, but you tried.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really curious as to what the mercenaries thought they were doing. Someone willing to attack the Holy Order is either extremely powerful or extremely naive.
Or very
Anyway,
stupid.
It's been an
or
honor to meet you
insane.
in person. Let's talk later.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so...
Alright, enough of the chatter. Come here. Here. These potions will be necessary later, so be careful with them.
Of course.
Apart from that, it's still a few miles to the ritual place. As you're all gifted with magic, the spores in the forest ahead will make you a little dizzy, but we won't stay for long.
Oh, great.
Any questions?
What spores are you talking about exactly? Mushrooms, big mushrooms, glimmer dust, stuff like that?
Long story. Simply put, they come from a special kind of mushroom that has infested this forest, and staying near them worsens the arcanist's fever.
Yeah, okay.
So, in case you're thinking about exploring further, take some magical protection and some ambrosia with you.
Alright then, let's go, I'd say.
Good. Stay close to me.
Yes. Now let me see, how is my arcane fever doing? 18%. It's manageable. Okay, right behind you. Oh wow. Okay, so this is the whisperwood. Oh!
But it's too late for that fantasy. Korek would have conquered the city. Instead, you will be ashamed.
What in the blazes? What am I supposed to do with this information? Yes, we can continue. What am I supposed to do with information like that? I don't know what it means. What it's supposed to help me with. I don't know.